It's now 7:36 and still ahead, whether you're cleaning up or just hanging out, life around the house is getting a little bit easier.
Yeah, straight from the International Housewares show, we have some of the latest gadgets out there to save you time and hassle with those many chores, including a new sewing machine that offers one-touch threading.
I love that idea.
All looking for ways to cut down on our housework and make our lives a little bit easier so we have time for the other things we want to do. Joining me this morning is consumer product expert Steve Filmer with some pretty cool products you probably haven't seen before, straight from the International Home and Housewares show. Steve,
right, which is something the general public can't get into. It's 60,000 people in Chicago. It's miles of aisles,
okay.
and we can't go.
All right, hey, anything to take the hassle out of housework, I'm all for it, because I run when my wife says, can you help clean up the house? So if it makes it easier, what do you have here?
Well, you've probably never done this, but mop. This is O-Cedar's new Pro Scrub mop, and it's only 13 bucks, but the breakthrough here is in the cell foam technology. They call it Collect Tech. A lot of mops have just sort of been pushing the dirt around for a long time. What this does is picks up about 50% more of dirt and dust particles than the mops you've probably ever used before this. It's a nice, 2-for-1. It's got the rough side for the difficult sticky stuff, and the mechanism is nice and strong and robust, and it's 13 bucks. It's a mop.
All right, okay. But
something much more innovative to me is this First Alert Tundra fire extinguishing spray. Now what's innovative about this is the container they've put it in. It's a conventional spray can. We all know how to use this. You peel that off.
Just looks like an aerosol.
Right, just like hairspray or something else. There's no pull the pin, squeeze the lever, stand back 4 feet, and all of that. In that panic moment, if you really got a kitchen fire, you're going to grab this. And inside, you've got about 30 seconds of spray time, which is about 4 times longer than a conventional fire extinguisher.
Well, not big and bulky like a fire extinguisher.
Right,
too,
not intimidating, and in that panic moment, you're going to want that little bit of extra time. It's a foam. It cleans up with a sponge. It's not gritty like that dry chemical stuff. It's about $15, and
that makes a lot of sense.
Great thing. It really geared for your kitchen. Works at all kinds of fires.
Now we know fire departments around the country have been pushing these First Alert carbon monoxide alarms. What's different about these?
Well, the story here really is throughout all of housewares. There's nothing new with this one, other than First Alert and a lot of other companies are trying to get rid of the packaging. They're using a new kind of plastic. Much easier to recycle, to get it out of the landfills. It's just a trend throughout housewares. I wanted to give it a mention, less packaging.
Okay, now this looks like foo-foo stuff for the wife.
It does. This is called Fresh Wave products, and there are different ones. There's one that's a carpet shake. There's ones you can add to different odor problem areas. There's little pearls you put inside the vacuum bags. The genius of this is that it subtracts the molecules of the smelly stuff out of the air. A lot of products like this in the past have always tried to overmask with a big heavy smell. Instead, this is pulling the bad smells out of the air. It's $5 to $20 depending on what you need a product to do. Something aimed at pets, something for carpets, something to go in the vacuum cleaner. And these are new, coming on the market right now.
All right. Okay. Now I just see what looks like your basic foam.
Yeah,
here.
Big chunky numbers. Think of, for us aging baby boomers, think of reading glasses for the ears. This is called the Clear Sounds Talk 500 phone, and what it does is it's easy to dial, of course. It will go to 85 decibels for somebody with a hearing impairment. Yeah, that's pretty blaring.
That's
and again, it's aimed at maybe our parents. It will speak out the numbers you're dialing. It will also speak out the incoming calls if you programmed your friends, your family who's calling in.
Oh, so call waiting, but it alerts you. You don't have to go look at the numbers.
And also caller ID. Let's say who's calling. I don't want my 74-year-old mother running, tripping, breaking her hip, trying to catch a call from a telemarketer. And there's all kinds of possibilities with this. You can program who's calling and.
Yikes! Don't pick up the phone. It's your boss, and you called in sick.
Yeah,
hey, I can use that.
Help for your social life if you need it there too.
That's worth the price, whatever it is.
It's about $125. And again, it's not reinventing the phone. It's just making it a lot easier to use for people who've got some problems.
Obviously, yeah, functional for a lot of older folks.
Okay, all right,
something I know nothing about, a sewing machine, but what's new here?
Even experienced sewers have problems threading the needle and the bobbin and getting started. Now these new Singer curvy machines are $300 to $600 depending how many features you want. And what they've got here, their buzzword is what they call their Swift Smart threading technology. It's a real straight thread path, no up, down, zigzag. You get it right down to there and you press one button and that lever threads the needle for you. You then drop the bobbin into the well. It is also threaded and you're off and running. That is a big deal for sewers. That has been a hurdle for a long, long time.
Sounds like quite the time saver there.
Absolutely.
People struggle with that aspect of the task. Okay.
This last one, it's a pillow. This is the Homedic Shiatsu massage pillow with heat.
With heat.
It's purely indulgent. You can see it glows red. The massage hands are made out of composite in there. And this thing is about $40. It's very compact, very robust. This is the kind of thing you could be, I don't know, let's say anchoring a newscast, and it's up against your lower back.
I think maybe I'll have to do a little testing.
Right, but you can feel it. Those things, those elements actually really get hot. It's not warm, it's truly hot. And, you know, it's very discreet, something you can carry to work. They don't want you to take it on the airplane, of course,
right.
But just about everywhere else. And for $40, really, it's a lot cheaper than those big you know,
It's
chairs.
About half the price of a massage, too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But
Fascinating.
there's just a handful of stuff.
So these are products that are not available to the public yet, but I guess are on their way to stores?
Actually, yeah, the first alert product has emerged at the end of last year, and there's already testimonials of people actually using this to put out kitchen fires. And the rest of these you're going to start seeing on store shelves and in advertising really any minute now.
Consumer expert Steve Filmer, thanks for coming by.
Glad to do it.
Some things that can really work in the home. Good deal. I know that Shannon O'Donnell is watching.